It's the untitled sequel to Knives Out, known colloquially.
That's a big word for Elmo.
My baby girl so pretty, she the coldest in the city. Every time I check my mentions, her comment on my pictures, she the serious. For a second, baby Leo.
Hi, my beautiful YouTube friends. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. I don't like the angle. Hold on. Hi, my beautiful YouTube friends. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. If you are new, welcome to the team. My name is Danny. I make videos about movies, makeup, and a little bit of motherhood. So if any of that interests you, make sure you subscribe and turn your post notifications on so you never miss an upload. And if you aren't new, welcome back into the new year. I'm glad you guys have decided to join in with me for 2022 and you rode with me through 2021, 2020, however long you may have been here. And I really appreciate y'all. I am back from a much needed, much deserved break for the holiday. I took a break from making videos, kind of a social media break. Didn't really put too much into it, and I really highly recommend it to anybody who is getting burnt out or feel like they're constantly hustling, constantly grinding. Take a break for yourself. Always remember you can't pour from an empty cup, and always put your own oxygen mask on first before you put somebody else's on. And those are just reminders to put yourself first.
I gotta put me first. I gotta put me first. I gotta put me first, Lucian.
And don't be afraid to step away if you need to. It'll help you out in the long run. I feel so much more inspired and motivated to bring out good content for the new year. Speaking of the new year, I want to bring you guys a video where I'm talking about my highly anticipated movie releases for 2022. Of course, y'all know I'm a horror movie girl, so most of them are gonna be horror, but I threw in a couple of non-horror movies as well, just because I like all kinds of movies. So all kinds of movies tickle my fancy and have me excited to actually watch them this year. Not gonna do too much talking because it's gonna be a lot of talking throughout the video. So let's get into my list of my highly anticipated movies of 2022. So these are in no particular order. Well, I lied. They aren't in a particular order. They're in order from release date. So it's not like an order from which one's most highly anticipated. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It's from what's releasing first and which one's releasing later on in the year. So the first one on my list actually comes out today, the day I'm recording this video, is Scream 5. Comes out January 14th. Like I said, the day I'm recording this video. Am I gonna go see it tonight? I don't know. I actually might try to. Why not? But you know, I'm a mom, so I need a babysitter. I could probably try to go if I pick one from daycare. I'm not doing anything else. I should have tried to go see the movie Matinee. Do people go matinees anymore? Are matinees still cheaper? Do they still have the discount on Tuesdays? I need to look all this up, because before I have to go back into a physical office, I need to be taking advantage. If you know, you know. If y'all know me, Scream is my favorite horror movie. At the moment, it's my favorite. I find my favorite changes sometimes, but it's been my favorite for a good minute now. It's definitely, if it's not my absolute favorite, it's one of my top favorite horror movies. Am I excited for Scream 5? Not necessarily. Some movies don't need to run forever, and I feel like the longer some movies run, the less classic and the less interesting they are. So I don't want Scream to be one of those never-ending series like how they're doing Halloween. Granted, the last couple Halloweens were pretty good, but how they had to basically redo the whole concept because there were so many not good sequels. I have seen the Scream sequels. I want to rewatch them. I should have been doing that all week because although I've seen Scream a million times, I haven't really seen Scream 2, 3, or 4 as many times. I kind of vaguely remember the plots, but I probably could do a rewatch before I actually go see Scream 5. The plot of Scream 5 says 25 years after the original series of murders in Woodsboro, a new ghost face emerges and Sidney Prescott must return to uncover the truth. It's a lot of the same cast, although in the sequels a lot of the same cast still returns. I don't know. I'm interested to see how it plays out. A lot of people are excited about it and are gonna go see it. I'm interested to see how they modernize it, because you know they're gonna modernize it. They made a point to say it's 25 years after the original, and you know how much has changed in 25 years. I don't know. I'm conflicted. Like I said, I'm not a fan when my favorite movies get a million sequels, but everyone's excited about Scream. I'm definitely gonna check it out at some point. High hopes, fingers crossed, it's actually a good movie. If you want me to do a review on it, go see it and do a review, let me know so I could plan that out and actually go see the movie. Next on my list is Orphan First Kill, which comes out on January 28th, so the end of this month. This is another one I'm really conflicted because Does Orphan really need a sequel / prequel? I mean, I guess people were really asking like to know her origin story, but it's been so many years since the original movie came out. It's kind of like, why y'all giving it to us now? So the plot of Orphan First Kill says, unhinged woman Lena Klammer orchestrates a brilliant escape for an Estonian insane asylum and travels to America by stealing the identity of the missing daughter of a wealthy family. However, Lena's new life as Esther comes with an unexpected wrinkle and pits her against a mother who will do anything to protect her family at any cost. I mean, we already kind of knew that, so it's not really a surprise. I guess it's going to be interesting to see the action and the horror of it, to see, you know, how she became who she is and how she got to where she was in the original Orphan. But I think the original Orphan was such a unique concept and different, and everybody really enjoyed it. I think it's a slept on movie. I don't think enough people talk about it. It is really good, and the plot twist nobody really saw coming. They thought she was just like a bad kid, and so she's actually a grown woman was like, ooh. I don't think it's a spoiler alert. If you haven't seen Orphan came out like what, 10 years ago? When did the first Orphan come out? 2009. Oh, it's gonna be 13 years ago. If you haven't not seen it yet, I'm sorry if I spoiled that for you. But I don't know if I don't know if it's one I'm gonna go into theaters to see. I might try to find out my Fire Stick or wait till it's streaming. I'm not really like highly eager to go see it, but if y'all want to go see it, let me know how it is. Next up, we have Texas Chainsaw, which comes out in February, on February 18th. Again, here we go with the classics getting constant reboots and revamps and sequels that I just don't. Can we just, in 2022, can we get some original concepts, original ideas? I'm tired of the revamps, the reboots, the redos, the 10, 15, 20 year later sequels. I understand these are classics, and it's like, if it works, why try something new? Just redo what already works. I know that's the hot thing to do right now. No, I'm tired of seeing sequels. I'm tired of seeing reboots. I want to see something new, original, different. Which is why I like Jordan Peele movies. He's on the list too. We'll get to him. But he doesn't really do what you've seen before. Also, same with Ari Aster. Even though he's creepy as hell, his movies always scar me. I can only watch any of his movies once. He comes with like original ideas, something new, something different, something you haven't seen before. I don't know why we keep doing reboots. But this one says, Melody, her teenage sister Lila, and their friends Dante and Ruth head to the remote town of Harlow, Texas to start an idealistic new business venture. But their dream soon turns into a waking nightmare when they accidentally disrupt the home of Leatherface, the deranged serial killer whose blood-soaked legacy continues to haunt the area's residents, including Sally Hardesty, the sole survivor of his infamous 1973 massacre, who's hell-bent on seeking revenge. That's not the original Sally Hardesty. Who would you play? She dead? Marilyn Burns. She is dead. She died in 2014. How sad. I was like, why can't you bring the original Sally Hardesty? She did. Well, I said what I said about revamps, reboots. Not a fan. Another one I'm not going to be running to the theaters to watch, but I'll probably check it out because Texas Chainsaw Massacre is also up there. One of my favorite horror movies. Hold on, I just realized I'm not using my mic I just got for Christmas. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. I just actually realized that my camera doesn't even have a place where I can plug in my headphones, so that was a waste of money. My next anticipation is actually my first non-horror suggestion movie. Angle's all messed up. Next anticipation is Fantastic Beasts 3: The Secrets of Dumbledore, which comes out April 15th. And this is where I decided to not make this a horror specific list, because I'm actually really excited about watching this one. And mostly because I just watched the Fantastic Beasts movies like a week ago. I had never seen them, never had interest in them, but I love Harry Potter. I am a Potterhead. I have rewatched all the Harry Potter movies, and it was watching the Harry Potter Return to Hogwarts 20 years later that I decided, let me watch Fantastic Beasts, because I've actually never seen Fantastic Beasts, and it's a part of the Harry Potter universe, so why not check it out? And Newt Scamander is a part of my house, so I'm like, we don't get that much recognition ever, so let me actually go see what this is in for. And I actually really enjoy it. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I do enjoy the Fantastic Beasts. Definitely not Harry Potter, but I think it's pretty good. So Fantastic Beasts: The Secret of Dumbledore says, set in the 1930s, the story leads up to the Wizarding World's involvement in World War II. It will explore the magical communities in Bhutan, Germany, and China, in addition to previously established locations including Brazil, the United States, and United Kingdom. With Gellert Grindelwald's power rapidly growing, Albus Dumbledore entrusts Newt Scamander and his friends on a mission that will lead to a clash with Grindelwald's army and will lead Dumbledore to ponder how long he will stay on the sidelines in the approaching war. So I'm interested because I like to see how the first Wizarding War, the first Wizarding World War, whatever they called it, because the first Wizarding War was when Harry got the scar, but this first like multi-country war, interesting that play out in Gellert Grindelwald's like reign. It would be interesting to see someone else play it, being that Johnny Depp is not returning. I think I have less of a connection because I just watched it, but I think if you watched it when it first came out and have this like love for Fantastic Beasts, you're probably devastated that Johnny Depp is no longer playing Gellert Grindelwald. But I don't think it's gonna make or break the movie. I'm also interested in the rumors that it's going to explore a relationship between Dumbledore and Grindelwald, like romantic relationship. That's gonna be interesting to see because we never see Dumbledore. He never had a wife, never had kids, never had a relationship throughout the Harry Potter movie. So to see like this being his one romance, and that could be the reason why we never see any other ones after that. So that'll be interesting to watch. I'll be tuning in. I'll be going to go see it. So if y'all care to hear about that one, I will review it. Next up, we have The Black Phone, which comes out on June 24th. This is one that was completely not on my radar, but then Possessed by Horror had mentioned it in her list for 2022 movies. And I was like, that sounds like an interesting concept. I kind of want to see what that's about. So let me add this to my list of anticipated movies. So it's more along the horror thriller genre. So this one says, yelling and talking about, I want original idea. This is an original idea, and I think it'll be interesting to see this play out. I hope it's good. It's, it's teetering the supernatural, but it's supernatural because how can you hear dead people's voices? I hear dead people. And I like supernatural horror. I like ghosts and the paranormal and all that kind of horror movies. So I think I like this movie. It's produced by Blumhouse, so makes the best horror movies of our generation. So I don't think it really can disappoint. So as I mentioned Jordan Peele earlier, the next one on my list is the movie Nope, which will come out on July 22nd. And this is probably the most mysterious movie on this list because there's no plot, synopsis, summary, premise, or anything that's been released. Jordan Peele is good with that, with keeping you guessing. All he has is a flyer and a cast list. So all I can find that talks about Nope is an upcoming American horror film written, directed, and produced by Jordan Peele under his Monkey Paw Productions banner. The film stars Daniel Kaluuya, who's my husband. I'm going to see it just for him. Keke Palmer and Steven Yeun, who I love both of them. And is scheduled to be released by Universal Pictures on July 22nd, 2022. That's all it says. From the poster, it looks like I'm getting like abduction alien vibes, which would be interesting to see. Jordan Peele put his spin on that. But other than that, I have no idea what this movie is going to be about. I know it's going to be great. I hope this ages well, because Get Out and Us were both great movies. Original ideas, innovative, new, quickly becoming generational classic. Anything Jordan Peele touches is gold. He's a great producer, director, writer, because he's a comedian, so his vision of horror is different than like a typical horror movie writer. So it's always interesting to see. And he's like a real world, like he talks about what's going on in the world kind of comedy. So it makes fun of like the world. So that's basically what his horror movies are. Make fun of societal issues. Next, we have Salem's Lot, which is set to be released on September 9th. Here we go with the reboots. This one says, Ben Mears, a writer who spent part of his childhood in Jerusalem's Lot, Maine, also known as Salem's Lot, has returned after 25 years to write a book about the long-abandoned Marston home. First of all, what's up with 25 years? Why is that the golden, the sprinkle year to return? But I was about to return after 25 years. 20 years wasn't good. 22 years wasn't good. Like what? Anyway, the abandoned Marston house where he had a bad experience as a child. He soon discovers that an ancient evil has also come to town and is turning the residents into vampires. He vows to stop the plague of undead and save the town. I've never seen the original Salem's Lot. I think it's also one of those cult classic movies. Debating if I want to watch the original before I watch the remake, because I might hate the remake because originals are typically better than remakes. So let me know what y'all think. Should I watch the original one before going to see the new one, or should I watch the new one and then go to the original one? And I might not be so hard on the new one if I haven't seen the original. I don't know. We'll see. Horror movie. Can't go wrong with them. Okay, this next movie is another one that was completely not on my radar. I don't know how. I guess, again, I'm horror movie focused. Possessed by Horror mentioned it, and I have been seeing it everywhere lately. When I was looking up movies that are coming out 2022, like anticipated ones, this was like almost the top of almost all the lists. It is Don't Worry, Darling. And I wonder if it's because Harry Styles is in it. Like, is that why everybody's so excited to see it? I watched the teaser trailer for the first time last night, and it doesn't really say much or show much. So I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm about to read the synopsis so I can understand, because I haven't read like the plot of it. I wanted to save it for the video. So I don't really know what this movie is about. I think it's more on the thriller side, maybe psychological horror. A 1950s housewife living with her husband in a utopian experimental community begins to worry that his glamorous company may be hiding disturbing secrets. Again, another ambiguous, not giving away anything premise. Like, I don't know what that means. I don't know what his company is. I don't know what he'll be hiding. I have no idea what this movie is going to be about. But everybody's so excited. I'm convinced because it's Harry Styles. And maybe the Florence Pugh girl. I don't know. I think other people have heard of her. I'm not sure who she is. Olivia Wilde directed it, and I think she stars in it too. We shall see. Everybody's talking about it. Let me know if y'all have heard of it and if y'all are excited about seeing that movie as well. That's probably one I'm actually going to go see because it's so highly anticipated by the world. Next up, we have Halloween Ends, which ends on October 14th. It comes into theaters. Finally, we're ending the Halloween series. But I will say the last couple were actually pretty good movies. I've seen Halloween. I've seen Halloween Kills. I do like how they negated all the other sequels because they were horrible. I like bad horror, so I do still enjoy the Halloween Resurrection, the Halloween H2Os, and all of that, but they're just like not good movies. And they really spoil. And that's what I'm talking about, movies that spoil horror classics and franchises. And that's why I want Scream to end. That's the end of the 5 Scream. Okay. But Halloween Ends says, I'm sure it doesn't have much to say because it's coming out in October and it's still early in the year. But we pretty much know this is how everything ends in the Halloween series. Yeah, it just says the saga of Michael Myers and Laurie Strode comes to a spine-chilling climax in this final installment of the franchise. I wonder if Michael's going to die. I don't think he is. I feel like they can't kill off Michael Myers. I feel like it's going to end with like, he's still going to be alive, but we're not going to know whatever happens to him because the series is ending. That's how I like movies to end. That's how I want this movie to end. If it ends with him dying, satisfying ending for some people, happy ending if you will, but I just like, he's an unkillable force. You can't kill him. Make us wonder when the series ends, like what could happen to him, what's he gonna do now? But we're never gonna know because the series is ending. That's how I want this to end. Next we have Evil Dead Rise, which comes out October 21st. Another sequel, remake, reboot. But I can tell you right now, I'm not going to see this movie. I don't like the Evil Dead. I have not really seen all of the Evil Deads. I watched the original bits and pieces. It's just not, it's kind of weirdly gory. I don't understand it. I don't get the concept. I'm not going to see this movie. Just let y'all know. I just added it because it's a horror movie coming out in 2022. I'm not anticipating it. I'm not going to go see it. I hope y'all go see it and like it. But don't be looking for a review from me because you're not going to get it. Okay. It says a twisted tale of two estranged sisters whose reunion is cut short by the rise of flesh-possessing demons, thrusting them into a primal battle for survival as they face the most nightmarish version of family imaginable. Sounds like a cool movie if you like that type of movie. I don't. I think this is the flesh-possessing. I just remember just like bad. This is, of course, not gonna be bad because this back in the 70s compared to now, the theatrics and the graphics and the effects were different. I just remember just bad effects of skin breaking and blood and flesh falling off. It not only was the effects bad, I just don't want to see things like that. If y'all like it, let me know how it is. Next on my list is a non-horror, but is Black Panther 2, which comes out on November 11th. I think everybody's excited to see what they're going to do now that Chadwick Boseman passed. RIP to him. When he passed, everybody not only was shocked and heartbroken, they were wondering like what's going to happen with Black Panther, like what's going to happen with the series. A sequel had already been greenlit, so it's like, oh my god, he's the Black Panther's gone. How they're gonna move on without him? So I'm excited to see how they move on without him. I love they're not replacing him. Last time I checked, I'll check it after I record this video and I'll add a correction if so, but last time I checked, they weren't replacing him. You can never replace Chadwick Boseman. I hope they keep that same energy. So I'm interested to see how they're going to go about the series, and I know they're going to honor him in beautiful ways in the movie, so excited to see that. And this is another one that doesn't have much details on the plot. It just says a sequel that will continue to explore the world of Wakanda and all the characters introduced in the 2018 film. Cross that they'll do Chadwick Boseman's memory some justice. Okay, my last two movies I'm going to add don't have release dates yet. Here's hoping that they come out in 2022, but you know, COVID has messed up a lot of things for a lot of people, a lot of movies, a lot of production companies. So a lot of these movies were already pushed back. So we're gonna hope that these movies, although they don't have release dates, will still come out in 2022. If not, hopes will be 2023. The first one I have is Jeepers Creepers Reborn. And I don't think many people are excited about this one because a lot of people hate the Jeepers Creepers series. This is another one that's one of my favorites. The first and second Jeepers Creepers are some of my favorite. Jeepers Creepers was my favorite scary movie for the longest. And that's why I say between that and Scream, my favorite movie changes. It depends on how I'm feeling. But Jeepers Creepers is also one of the ones that gets added to my favorite movie top list. So this one says, forced to travel with her boyfriend, Lane, begins to experience premonitions associated with the urban myth of the creeper. Lane believes that something supernatural has been summoned and that she is at the center of it all. There's also another one that says the film unfolds as a Horror Hound Festival hosts its first ever event in Louisiana, where it attracts hundreds of geeks, freaks, and diehard horror fans from far and wide. Among them is fanboy Chase and his girlfriend Lane, who is forced to come along for the ride. But as the event approaches, Lane begins to experience unexplained premonitions and disturbing visions associated with the town's past, and in particular, local legend, urban myth, the creeper. As the festival arrives and the blood-soaked entertainment builds a frenzy, Lane believes that something unearthly has been summoned and that she is at the center of it all. I just don't think you could go wrong with Jeepers Creepers. I think another original concept. I think when the Jeepers Creepers came out, it was so scary, especially if you had to go on a road trip or go down a country road. You were so scared, like it was a real thing. It still kind of scares me. Like, I love Jeepers Creepers and I'm excited. Jeepers Creepers 3 we don't talk about because I think that was kind of bad. That one was one I've only seen sparingly. I need to actually sit down and watch the whole thing and understand it, but I don't think it's that great. But I think Jeepers Creepers Reborn is going to really bring back the series, and I think it's the one we're going to be reintroduced to Trish, who was in the original. I think she comes back. She came back at the end of the third one, so then she's gonna come back for this one to help out. Maybe, I don't know. We're gonna see. I have high hopes, honestly. So my last and probably one of the most anticipated, I probably said that for a couple other movies on here, but this is up there on that list as well, is Knives Out 2. Now this is one that people are really kind of think is going to push back to 2023 because it is wrap production, but they haven't given a plot, they haven't given it an official title, they haven't given it a trailer. All we know is who's in it. So everybody's kind of thinking, with them not having a date as of now, it's like they're probably gonna push it back. It's already pushed back due to COVID. I hope it comes out this year though. I will happily wait for that movie, but I hope it comes out this year because Knives Out was such a surprisingly good movie. I went into that movie with such low expectations and they were blown out of the water. If you have not seen Knives Out, go watch it. It's so good. What I thought the plot was is absolutely not what it was. It will take you by surprise and keep you on your toes with laughter, with suspense. Knives Out is great. Knives Out 2, I just know a lot of the original cast is coming back. Well, not a lot, but like the detective's coming back. People like that. I don't think the family's coming back. I think it's like a new family or a new group, but the detective comes back for solving another case. It's gonna be so good. I already know. And all it says is the untitled sequel to Knives Out, known colloquially
That's a big word for Elmo.
as Knives Out 2, is an upcoming American mystery film written, directed, and produced by Ryan Johnson. Daniel Craig reprised his role from the original film as Benoit Blanc, a master detective taking on a new murder case. I'm gonna go see that one. That's another one on this list I'm definitely gonna go see. And I will do a review if y'all want me to, because I know I'll be so excited to talk about this movie. I hope it exceeds my expectations again and blows me out this water. I love Knives Out. I can watch it all day. Okay, that is all I have for my anticipated movies of 2022. If there's a movie that you've heard coming out that you are excited about coming out or excited to see, leave in the comments below. I know there's a lot more movies coming out. There's international movies, there's streaming only movies, there's limited release movies. These are just ones that caught my eye, caught my interest, that I think I might want to see, or that I think you all will enjoy as my subscribers and family. Put me on some more movies. Let me know what else is coming out that I might have missed, especially if it's streaming, because you know I'm a homebody, so I love a Netflix and chill moment. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, stay beautiful.
Tripping like I don't got that designer pussy. All I'm trying to see is your credit card. Swipe it over me, give me